Good morning, children. Let's start chapter number 5, separation of substances. So, children, there are many instances where when we notice a substance being separated from a mixture of material. To start with, every day in the morning your mother makes tea, and that the tea is being separated from the tea leaves with the help of a strainer, right? So tea leaves are separated from the liquid, that's the tea which we drink, with the help of a strainer while preparing a tea. So this is a method of separation, right? So here you can see how the tea is being separated with the help of a strainer, isn't it? And all the tea leaves will come over the strainer, right? Whatever the tea leaves are there will come over here, right? It is in the strainer, right? So that's how the tea leaves have been separated. Grain is separated from stalks while harvesting. Milk or curd is churned to separate the butter, as we learned in chapter number 3. We gin cotton to separate its seed from the fiber. So children, here you can see butter is being taken out by churning milk or curd. So this was the very old method, manually we used to do. Now people are doing in the, we have a mixer machine, the whipper, so now it is done in mixer grinder. So initially this is the churning method by which we used to take out the butter out of the milk or the curd. Okay, so here in the ginning process we also saw that how a boy was taking out the the cotton and separating the seeds from the cotton ball. So this is again a separation, no? This is a method of separation where we are separating the seeds from the cotton balls, with the comb-like structure. That is ginning, right? Perhaps you might have eaten salted dalia or poha. So I know many children, they don't like, the mungfali which are there in the poha, or green chili present in the poha, or the curry patta present in the poha. So what do? You all must be doing. You just separate them out, isn't it? So if you found that it had chilies in it, you may have carefully taken them out before eating. Yeah. Suppose you are given a basket containing mangoes and guavas and asked to separate them, what would you do? Pick out one kind and place them in a separate container, right? So you've got, like, every day we separate, no? Your mummy and your daddy, they bring vegetables from the market and they all are mixed together in a bag. Then what do? What do you do? You say, I hope you do it and you help your parents. You segregate, you separate all vegetables, so you'll take out the bhindi, you'll take out potatoes, you'll take out bangan, you'll take out tomatoes, everything you'll take out separately, right? So that's called separation. You are separating from the mixture, right? This is called segregation. Yeah, children, seems easy, but what if the materials we want to separate are much smaller? See, it was very easy, right? So big mangoes and guavas to separate, vegetables to separate, it was very easy, right? But imagine you are given a glass of sand with the salt mixed in it. Just imagine a glass of sand and salt, the mixture of sand and salt. Will you be able to separate it? Seems impossible, right? Even to think of separating salt from this mixture by picking out grains of sand by hand, isn't it so difficult, right? But why we need to separate substances like this at all is what Paheli wants to know. Why do we need to separate? Yeah. Why do we need to separate the chai? We are drinking the tea and you have to separate the tea leaves out of it. Yeah. So why do we need to separate it? Because we want to have something which is useful for us. So we separate the things because out of all mixture, some are useful and some are non-useful, right? Activity number 1, children, we move. In column 1 of table 5.1 are given a few processes of separation. The purpose of separation and the way separated components are used is mentioned in column 2 and 3 respectively. However, the information given in column 2 and 3 is jumbled up. Can you match each process with its purpose and the way separated components are used? Okay, so here children, this is all jumbled up, right? Why do we separate substances? Here this is all jumbled up, children. So here you have to do this, yeah, separation process. So now you have to decide to separate the stones from the rice. Purpose for which we do separation. Why are we separating the stones and rice? Yeah, churning of milk to obtain butter, separate tea leaves. So out of 1, 2, 3 you have to match, and these 3 you have to match. So come on, I'm giving you some time to do this table, and then we'll come back for the taking the table 5.1 again. Okay.